You don't want to give this guy a reason. You don't want to give Aaron Judge a reason to get hot. And I believe the Guardians gave him that reason when they walked Soto to get to him.
And I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life. Good life.
Boom, coming in hot, Chinchy, one day after having Terry Francona on. Let's go.
How about that?
That
Hey,
was awesome.
it was so awesome. I got to say, in the chat, most people aren't like, oh, hey, great interview. They're like, hey, Sean, can you be the hitting coach? Can you be the hitting coach? Hitting coach, bench coach. That's all the fans wanted from you. But
I love it. I love it. You know, Tito, years ago, when he was with the Guardians, just starting out, he called me. I was one of the calls he made when he was just starting out. But I really wasn't ready then. My kids were like all home, all little. So I'm like, I can't do it, bro. But
yeah,
he's gonna pick a great hitting coach, great bench coach. His staff's gonna be exactly what he wants. And that was such a great interview, dude. If you haven't seen the show yesterday with Tito, like, you got to go listen. I mean, even doesn't matter who you root for, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Baseball legend, and he's just so funny, so good, so humble. It's great.
Yeah.
The Reds are in for a real treat, bro. The Cincinnati Reds fans, Red Nation, Red Legs, Red Stockings, everybody. All in for a real treat, Terry Francona.
It's great to have him back. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's great guy too.
He's the best. He's the best. Like I said, man, I am so fortunate. I honestly was depressed when I got traded from Cincinnati. Obviously, I came to Pittsburgh, so that was a dream come true for me too. So like I've been so fortunate and blessed in my career. But those last 3 years, I played for Jim Leland for 2 years and Terry Francona my last year. And I look back at my career now and go, wow, I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to play for those two legends.
Yeah. I mean, so cool. Speaking of legends, the Yankees' big giant man Woken, the sleeping giant, woke up last night. Did he know?
Dude, I'll tell you what. When you watch this series, first off, the Royals had nothing for the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees, at times, I felt like we're trying to give them the series, but the Royals had no firepower. So pretty much that died. And then you watch the Guardians are getting guys on every inning, can't get anybody in. You know, the pitching, Garrett Cole did a good job of limiting the damage yesterday. But I think the big thing was when they intentionally walked Soto to get to Judgy, he had a sac fly then, but then he came back and hit a 2-run bomb dead center. That's the kind of stuff he's looking for. Like, he's grinding right now, trying to get things going. But if you give him a reason, you don't want to give this guy a reason. You don't want to give Aaron Judge a reason to get hot. And I believe the Guardians gave him that reason when they walked Soto to get to him. You know what I mean? I totally understand it. Soto's hot and Judgy's trying to get things going. Yeah. But that's how I've seen him get things going. And even Booney was saying it too after the game. It's only a matter of time. It is. It's only a matter of time. Almost feel like they just sped up the process.
Yeah, it's so fun. First of all, that booth is so great. It's Brian Anderson, Ron Darling, and who's it?
And Jeff Francoeur.
Yeah, they were on top of it before anybody even thought about it. Francoeur goes, "Oh no, are they going to walk him?" Like, "Oh no," and like they wound up making that walk. Look, again, you're right. Look, in a playoffs, you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, you don't want any extra motivation for one of the greatest players in the world.
Right, dude. I'm telling you, man, the greatest players in the world, they find the motivation. It's like going back to Jordan when Jordan was in that Utah series and the one guy he was guarding, I think, talked trash to him earlier in the series and he was like, I'm going after him tonight. You know what I mean? It's like just like always looking for reasons, not even back from your, hey, I didn't make the freshman basketball team back in the day, or no, you're looking for stuff, present day stuff, that anything I can grab. I always say, like, in life sometimes, collect the chips. If that's a motivation for you, collect them, put them in a bag on your shoulder and just put them in there if that's what drives you, because you're always looking to get into character. When you're playing professional sports or even in life, in business, you got to get into a character to go out and be the best version of yourself. And if sometimes that's external motivation, then let's do it. It works.
I love that. That's a great one. That's a great one, Case. Mental performance coach for the Cincinnati Reds, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's flip it. I mean, well, Cleveland's got their back against the wall. That's no question.
Oh, by the way, the Reds do have a great mental performance coach in Zach Sorensen.
Okay.
Really good.
Excellent. I don't know who's going to win the series between the Dodgers and the Mets. I kind of just have no idea. Do you? You got Buehler versus Severino today. Mets are home now, back home.
Yeah. You know what? Bueller's a guy that you can get to, but Severino's a guy you can get to too. None of these guys are lockdown starters. But Severino had a really good year, a bounce back year. Bueller's having a bounce back year from injury. He's been over a 5 ERA, kind of up and down this whole season. So who knows? He's had a couple decent starts where you're like, okay, that's good stuff. I think the biggest thing with Buehler this year, his velocity's the same, but his spin rate's way down. So the fastball doesn't play like it did before he had that Tommy John surgery. So obviously he's just coming back, and we'll have to see what it looks like. But you're right. When the Dodgers came out 9-0 in game one, I was like, uh-oh, this could be trouble. And then the Mets, like they always do, came back and punched back. And, it was like Apollo Creed hitting Rocky. And then you're like, Rocky's done. And bam, here comes it's more like Drago. It's more like when Drago was hitting Rocky. Then they're like, the Russians cut. And it's a bad cut. Remember?
Yes. I saw that movie for my birthday. We went to Ground Round where you could eat your weight. And then
throw the peanuts on the floor. Remember you could throw the peanuts on the floor?
Yeah, that's the greatest thing. And that's when I saw
peanut shells.
Yes. Case, what's that lid you got on right there?
Dude, you kidding me? It's my favorite hat. You know me, Chinch. I'm a hat snob, dude. I really am. This is my new melon hat. I've had it for a few months now, dude. It's incredible. It's super comfortable. The one thing I love about it, too, sometimes you wear hats all the time. They get those sweat stains. This hat doesn't get a sweat stain. It's got unbelievable comfort fitting. It fits perfectly with the snapback on the back. It's 5 times more durable, I think, than any other hat I've ever had. So, man, this hat's incredible. The melon hat, man. You got to get a couple of these, brother.
Yeah, dude, I've heard about them. It's like the most premium, durable headwear in like the whole world. And, people use them for tailgating, working out on a golf course. You're going golfing later today, heading out for date night with Sarah. You throw the melon cap on, right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
I wear it for everything, dude. The only thing I can't wear it to is premium restaurants where they're like, okay, you got to take your hat off. So other than that, I'm wearing my melon hat pretty much everywhere. Dude, it's my new favorite hat. I've been wearing my melon hat for the past few months straight, dude. No sweat stains, what I said, no smell. Looks the same as the day I took it out of the box. I get a ton of compliments on it every time I wear it. It's even better. They have different options for different weather. If it's warm out or you might be jumping in the pool, lake, or ocean, you need their Hydro Collection, bro. The Hydro Collection is next level, Chinch. You'd love that. But when it gets cold and you need to stay warm, don't worry, brother. Melon has you covered there as well. They have a full thermal collection with different levels of warmth to keep you on whatever you need for when the winter's coming up, brother. Big time.
Nice.
So if you're looking for hats as tough as you, my man, check out Melon. You won't wear anything else after you get one on for yourself. And I know I've been loving my Melon.
Yeah, listen to Sean Casey, folks. If you're looking for the world's most durable hat, look no further. Go to melon.com. That's MELIN.com and put it to the test yourself.
Yes.
So good. One thing, I got to say this. Did you see that they came out with the finalists for the Gold Glove Awards, and Francisco Lindor isn't even a finalist? He had the best defensive metrics of like anybody in baseball, and like people are freaking out about that on online right now.
They probably should be. But I mean, I guess also too, well, one thing they're not doing, Chinch, is do you remember back in the day that they're not looking for the same, they're not looking at offensive stats. Two stories on that. Remember when Rafael Palmeiro had played 20 games at first base and 140 at DH and won the American League Gold Glove? That was a joke at first base.
Joke.
And I must say, one time in 2005, I think I had one error or no errors. Played an incredible first base, and I lost to Derek Lee, who Derek Lee is legit too, but Derek Lee hit like 30 home runs.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close, you know what I mean? And then it was another year, Brett Boone had no errors at second base, was the greatest error, but he hit like 210. He was the best second baseman in baseball, but Biggio won it. But Biggio hit like 330 with, So I like to see they're looking at defensive metrics more because if it was still the case of offense, Lindor would win it hands down.
That's true.
The fact that he's not on there, I don't think that's. I'd like to see who is on there.
That's a good question.
Because that's the real question. The real question is, are the three guys ahead of him glaringly better? As Jim Casey would say.
Pitch, Jim Casey. Catcher, first base, second base. Shortstop is Guardians, Rocchio. Volpe. Let's go, Volpe.
No, but that's American League. What about National League?
And Bobby Witt. Sorry, the National League. Jeez, it's a long list here. National League. Shortstop is Dansby Swanson, the Rockies kid, Tovar, and Wynn from the Cardinals. So they certainly aren't going for defense or offense. That's for sure.
Yeah, now they like make it's all defense now.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, that's one thing. There's one other gripe I have before we go that I have to bring up. Dude, for the Yankee game, right? Yankees are going to win. Yankee fan catches a home run from a future Hall of Famer in Jose Ramirez, and he threw it back. Can we stop throwing balls back? First of all, also noodle armed it, barely got it over the fence. So if you're going to throw it over the fence, have an arm. Why are we throwing baseballs back? They're terrible. It just bothered me. Sorry.
Well, hopefully, if you throw it back, don't let it be near the players. That's the first thing. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have a good arm, maybe you shouldn't be throwing it back. Secondly,
That's what I'm saying.
and hey, listen, if you're in the, seeing the Bronx Zoo firsthand, I can understand why they're throwing balls back. If it's not the Yankees, they don't want it.
Yeah, that's true. Nice. All right.
Unless it's Ohtani's 50th.
Yeah, there you go. It's Ohtani's 50th. People were breaking each other's knuckles to try to get that guy's hand.
Exactly.
All right, man. Gotta watch some baseball. I hope I'm done with this sickness so I can go to the game tomorrow. I'm not.
You're not going tonight, huh?
No way, dude. It's cold and windy. Watch out for some swirling winds.
Chinch is getting older, folks. This guy went to 2 back-to-back games with the Mets. He's sending videos to everybody. He's staying late for the parties, and next thing you know, he freaking can't move. He can't get out of bed. He's got the sniffles, sore throat. He's a mess.
Terrible. That's what happened, man. All right. Have a great day, dude.
All right, man. Dude, Chinchy, have a great ride. I hope you feel better, dude. Get some rest, dude. Nap, tea, honey, all that good stuff, dude.
There you go.
And everyone out there, thanks for listening. We really appreciate you. We will see everybody mañana.